Welcome to another session in Microsoft Excel spreadsheets with Mr. TJ Zenda here, and today we are going to look at the subtotal function, not a subtotal feature. It's called a subtotal function. Please go and look out for a video which you've made on subtotal feature and see the difference between the two. Now, the subtotal function returns a summary calculation like sum, average, or count for a range of cells. Okay, and its biggest advantage over standard functions like sum is that it automatically ignores filtered out data and nested subtotals, making it perfect for dynamic tables. Okay, that's the main advantage of the subtotal function. Okay, so in this case, let's look at this and say equal sign subtotal. So you're going to get your function here, double click, right? It then lists, right, you have all your functions here, because the first argument there you have to put there is the function name, function number. Okay, so we're not going to put the function itself, right, the position where that function is lying. For example, number 1 is average, so you can insert number 1 and that 1 is going to represent your average. Your max is number 4, so in this case if I double click on my max, it will return 4, the position for where max is lying. Okay, so I'm going to double click on max there. Okay, 4, so my 4 there is my max. Okay, so maybe I want to look at the highest amount which was contributed on this day. Okay, so I'm going to drag up to the last cell, then I go back, close the bracket and press enter to display the result. So this is the highest amount which was contributed on this day. Now you can actually see, now here is the problem. You can actually see that one average has two numbers, average has two positions, is either on number 1, is either on 101, is if it is count, it's on position number 2 or on position 102. What does that mean and how does it work? Okay, this is what I'm going to explain. So from number 1 up to 11, these numbers, these positions, they deal with cells that are hidden, right? They do consider even cells which are filtered, cells which are hidden. Okay, whereas these ones, if you look at these ones from 101 up to 11, these ones, they are not going to include cells which are filtered or cells which we cannot see, cells which are hidden. They only deal with what we can see here, right? They can only add what we are seeing here. They can only look at things that we are seeing. Anything that is hidden, anything that is filtered out, they are not going to look at those variables. Okay, now let's look at the difference. Let's say in this case I want to use an example of the sum function on number 9. Okay, so I'm going to say equal sign sub, right, subtotal, right. I want to first use this number 9. Okay, position 9, which is my sum. Then I want to add the amount which was contributed, okay, up to this cell from E3 up to E27. Okay, so I'm going to get this one. Can you see that? That's the amount that I'm going to get. So we have used 9. Okay, let's go and try 109. Okay, let's see the difference. But in this case now, before we do that, maybe let me hide a cell here. I'm going to hide row number 13. Let me right click and then I'm going to say hide. Okay, then I'm going to say equal sign subtotal, double click on subtotal. Now in this case I'm using sum on position 109. Okay, it's the same, but let's see the difference. Okay, let me put a comma there, then from E3 up to E27. And then close, then press enter. Okay, can you see the difference? Now the difference, we are using the same sum function, but which is on different positions, right? So this one does not include, it's not including cells which are hidden. It's not including hidden cells, right? And if I'm going to bring back my cell number 13 here, let's see what is going to happen there. Unhide. Okay, let me unhide. Okay, let me unhide. I'm trying to unhide there. Okay, can you see? It's now the same now because I had to unhide. Okay, but the moment I hide my cell, I'm hiding this one, the value of this one will change. So what are we saying? We are saying these ones all the way from 101 up to 11, right? They only deal with the cells which are not filtered, cells which are not hidden. But this one from number 1 up to number 11, they deal with all the cells, including those which are filtered, including those which are hidden. They look at the value of those cells. Okay, so number 7, we are looking at the standard deviation. This form of standard deviation, it retains the standard deviation of a population based on a sample of number, whereas the next one is still the same thing, which is the standard deviation, right, which retains the standard deviation based on an entire population of numbers. So you have sum here, you've got variance again, and this variance, right, is related to the first standard deviation. This variance estimates the variance of a population based on a sample of numbers, and this is another type of variance, but this one, it estimates the variance of population based on an entire population of numbers. Okay, so that's the difference, and they can all work the same thing. Okay, so I can say maybe equal sign subtotal. I want to look at subtotal. I want to look at variance. Okay, now I'm going to make use of variance, which is number 10, position 10, from E3 through E27, then close my cell. So we're looking at the variance there. Okay, so this is our variance. Okay, so you can do anything with this subtotal function. And remember what we said, that its biggest advantage over any standard functions is that it automatically ignores filtered out data and nested subtotals, making it perfect for dynamic tables, especially the first grouping there, which includes everything that you are seeing, whereas the second grouping there does not include cells which are filtered. So you can choose what you want to look at any given time. Okay, that's what we call the subtotal function. Please let me know if you have got any questions in the comment section. If you've got something that you want to add to this session, let me know again so that we'll be able to improve in our next session. Please don't forget to like, to share, and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next session.